Right then, how's it going? So, petrol station audit at Bridgewater Shell petrol station. Got my empty jerry cans and empty car, need a good fill up. So, see how it goes. Nice hot sunny day, bank holiday Saturday weekend. Catch up with you after I've filled. Oh yeah. Okay, that's 100. Are you 247.83?
We don't take them.
Well, yeah, you do. It's in the law. Yeah. 1, 2, 20. Do you know what these are? That's 40. That's 240. These are 25 pence. Those. That's 1.
No, we don't take them.
Yeah, you do.
No, we don't.
Yeah, it's written in the law of the land.
We don't take them. Sorry.
Okay. I think you find it's exactly right. Anyway, I've checked it, double checked it. Okay.
We don't take them.
You do?
No, we don't.
How do you accept payment, don't you? Fuel with legal tender.
We don't take them. They're not.
You accept payment in legal tender, don't you?
No, we don't take them.
You take £10 notes.
No, we don't take them. No, we don't take them.
Yeah. I read your sign and it didn't say anything about that.
No, we don't. We don't take them.
Okay. Well, can I have a receipt?
What do you mean? Can you have a receipt?
For my payment?
No, because you haven't paid. We don't take them.
No. That's 100.
No, we don't take them.
Yeah, you do.
No, we don't. We do not.
Where's
take
that other
them.
one gone? There it is. That one there. That's the other 100.
We do not take them.
Okay. Well, you do.
No, we don't. But I'm going to phone the police.
All right. I'll be in my car then. All right.
No, you won't. You can wait here.
No, I won't.
Wait here.
I'll be in my car.
You can wait here, please.
No, I'll wait in my car. I'll wait there in my car. I won't drive off. You can call the police if you like. I will be videoing this interaction. All right. I've paid with legal tender, and you're saying call the police. What's up? Yep. What's the problem? That's enough. Go on.
Okay, what's the problem? Sorry, I've got a voice problem.
You haven't got COVID though, have you?
No, I haven't got COVID.
Okay.
No, I've done a test last night.
And you're a police officer, are you? Okay. Look, just give me a moment. I want to record this interaction. Oh, why don't you ask them what the problem is?
Well, will please.
Right. Okay, I'm ready. So I filled up with fuel, and I've paid them with coins which are legal tender.
Well, I can't comment on that at this precise moment. I've not heard of a £100 coin.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I've just not heard of it.
No, that's okay. I know it's quite an unusual payment method, but it is legal
Have you
tender.
got any other payment methods?
I don't need to pay with any other payment method, do I?
Well, I'm not sure on the legal right of whether they can or can't accept that, so I'm not going to pretend to know the legalities of whether
Well, obviously,
they do or whether they don't.
before you obviously take any action as a police officer against me. Yeah, okay.
So how much was the fuel?
£247.83p.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I've got some jerry cans in the back. So obviously, what I'm saying is, before you take any action as a police officer, you need to make sure you know what the laws are.
Absolutely.
And not infringe on my rights.
I don't pretend to know whether the currency is legal tender or not.
She's going to drop them there.
It might well be £100, but whether it's
Yeah.
How much fuel did he have?
£247.
83p.
Is that the one that was filling up on top? He was filling up loads of cans, the diesel in the back as well.
Yeah, restrictions relating to transport fuel will apply to petrol, not diesel, unless you're talking about thousands of litres. Are you on duty at the moment?
If that's a legitimate coin, it's legal tender. I don't know the situation as a company, whether you can accept it and what happens if you can.
No, we can only accept the £50.
Robin comes as if it's legal tender and he's trying to pay you a legal tender and you're not accepting it. It slips into a civil case of things because it's not a dishonest process. So you're going to,
What's that?
Hmm?
I don't pretend to know.
Right, okay. Those ones, are they big? The big ones, are they?
Yes, sir.
They're called crowns. They're 25 pence.
But we don't accept the...
I'm not sure you could
That's
pay
not
with
legal.
that.
Yeah, I can. If you have a look on the Royal Mint website, it lists all the coins that are legal tender in the United Kingdom, and they're legal tender to £10, a maximum of £10. So if you go Royal Mint legal tender, it will give you a list of all the coins that are legal tender in the United Kingdom, and that includes the £100 coins as well.
But it doesn't say what that is on it. It doesn't say an amount.
No, I must not. I've not seen those coins.
No,
I'm not familiar.
it
with
doesn't
that.
say an amount on that one.
It doesn't. A crown is. I'm sort of going in the back of my mind here because I don't pretend to know all about it. But crowns have been produced. Like this was produced in 1977, and a crown is a value of a crown. And that
Which is 5 shillings, and a shilling is 5 pence, so 5 new pence is 25 pence.
Go and phone Keith. I'll put that
Why
receipt
would
there.
you go in and pay? Why would you fill up all these bearing cans?
Yeah. Oh. Can you ask Hannah to come out of a bag? There's one
No,
there,
we don't
look.
want to put it in the bag.
somebody over the radio to do some checks, I think.
Do we think that's one?
If you can,
Yeah.
I just need something to hold it with, that's all.
So just bear with, we'll just get to
Alright.
the bottom of it. Like I say, I can't say you're right or wrong. I know not enough about
Yeah.
it to make a comment
Okay.
on that, but I will endeavour to find out. It's certainly a lot of what you excuse my voice.
That's right.
A lot of what you say, maybe I'm not doubting you
No.
in any way, but
Okay.
there's a few checks I need to make.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
exactly the same if... What's your... Are you on duty or are you off
I
duty?
am, sir, yes.
Okay, do you mind identifying yourself with your
Yes.
collar number?
Absolutely.
You don't need to show me your warrant card, that's
Well,
okay.
it's got my shoulder number on it, sir, that way you can see it.
Okay. So, Mark Golding, what's your collar number? I can't see it.
3993.
3993. Thank you, Mark. It's exactly the same if I filled up with diesel and then went in there with £20 notes and they said, look, we don't accept £20 notes, it's bank payment only. If they haven't got any signs on the pump saying no cash, digital payment only, then the assumption is they do accept legal tender. That's the laws of the land.
You're far better averse with the legal tender side of things than I am, sir. So I'm just
Thank
trying
you
to
very
get
much, Mark.
the side of everything. I'm not doubting you.
No,
in
that's
one
okay, Mark.
moment,
Thank you.
But what I am asking, if you'd be courteous enough to remain with us while we sort this out.
Yeah, I will.
And you know, it's almost certainly going to end up, in my opinion, as a civil matter
Yeah.
as opposed to any criminal intent. But at this
Yeah,
given moment in time, you know, it's. You filled up lots of cans as well. And that
I haven't
kind
filled them all up because they restricted the amount of fuel I could take.
of- Okay.
Obviously, as a police officer, you serve the Queen, don't you?
I do, sir.
Yeah. It was the Queen who said that those coins are legal tender for payment throughout the United Kingdom. So your boss actually said I could use those coins to fill up with diesel and pay for them.
on the face of it, he is correct from what I know and what I've been able to find out. It's down to whether you as a company can say, I'm not going to accept that, and whether that then falls into a civil matter.
Yeah, she's just gone to phone her manager and just see what he says.
With the Theft Act, the legislation says somebody has to dishonestly appropriate property belonging to another with an intention to permanently deprive.
Yeah.
So we would look at if this is legal, this gentleman believes it's legal, then you don't have a dishonest element, so any offence would be made out if that makes any sense. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to find out. I do accept, sir, it's an unusual
form of
way,
payment.
and maybe it would have been something perhaps better
To
explored
check
before
putting fuel in.
dispensing the fuel. I think
Maybe, but one other thing, you know, if it's a civil dispute, that a civil dispute's resolved in the court. Yeah, the courts are Her Majesty's courts, aren't they? The Queen's courts. The Queen's court is not going to rule against the Queen when the Queen said that those coins are for payment throughout the United Kingdom.
I can't comment what a court would say, sir.
Well, I reckon that's the case. Mark, thank you for dealing with it professionally. You've done a good job.
Sir, I can only, and I do apologise for having lost my voice, but I do assure you, I took a test. It's not COVID.
No, that's okay, Mark. No, I mean, a lot of officers might jump to conclusions and assume corporations are right, you know, but you've actually been neutral, and I think you've handled it very professionally.
Neutral, sir, I don't know sufficient about it to make an overarching decision.
No.
As I said, in hindsight, being a wonderful thing, maybe to have checked with them prior might have been a more sensible thing.
But whenever you fill up with fuel, do you go and check with them, see if they accept Visa or MasterCard or £50 notes, £20 notes, or any other form of money?
If I'm being honest, I tend to pay at the pump and then I have it all pre-authorised. So unfortunately, no, I don't. Because I pay at the pump and Sainsbury's.
Well, this is actually an exercise of rights. You know, if I'm lawfully allowed to use those coins for payment,
Can I ask why you've decided to spend them at this point? You've obviously gathered them over a period of time.
It's just something I do. It's an exercise of rights. It's the same as filming, like you said. I've got a right to film in public. An audit, if you will. So you the sergeant or PC?
No, I'm a PC, sir.
Oh yeah. How long have you served for?
Pardon me?
How long have you served?
I'm a week away from 19 years at the moment.
Yeah, that's a long old career in the police.
Yeah.
Obviously you've got some experience there, I'd say. Is he filling up the fuel?
Just what I'm doing is I'm trying to find out as much as I can.
Yeah.
Your Crown
Yeah.
does say that it's legal tender for any amount but not exceeding £10.
That's it, yeah. And I paid £8.75 in those. And then I paid 8p in 4 2p, so that took it to £8.83. Yeah, and then the other was £200 coins and two £20 coins. So all within the legal tender limits and rules.
Excuse me, I just
Yeah.
let this lady know what,
Yeah.
I'm just going through. The gentleman does seem to know. But I'm checking that it's going quite good for it.
Well, that's what you're checking the key.
Are they out of date? Are they still in legal tender?
Coin of the realm, they're not. That is genuinely.
Never seen one of me like that.
Oh, I am.
No,
But really, you should have come in and checked to see if we accept it before putting all that fuel in.
What I'd like to do is just to explain to this gentleman, just to make a couple of checks
Yes.
with our system to make sure if this matter becomes a civil matter,
Yeah.
then that we know we have the correct details for yourself. Okay.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to divulge it to them, are you?
Oh,
I think that'd be a breach of my personal data, wouldn't it?
have you got the key?
Yeah, fully aware of my rights and my duties under data protection, sir, and I certainly won't be
Okay.
divulging them, although they will have access to your number plate.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. There's a sign. I read the sign actually.
Hello, you okay?
It's mostly
That's alright. No, it's alright.
this gentleman.
Yeah. Which gentleman is it? Is it?
It's the gentleman in the car.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I haven't even asked your name yet, sir.
I haven't given it.
May I ask it? Your first name? Silly.
You can call me Julian.
Julian. I will call you Julian if that's what
Thank
you
you.
wish. Julian has arrived and he's filled fuel in
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I was going to do was just sort of go and see what the
I think the only thing for Petro would be saying that he's got to go change it at the bank at a later date and then come back and pay in a different way if you want to accept it, but or you just accept it today. Okay. Yeah.
it's going to fall into the bag as long as I can see it on the
Yeah.
We put it all on the tablet now, and they get 7 days, but they get charged extra cost.
Bit heavy, I think.
I think you should check really before putting it out with me. Just told not to fill up those 4 jelly.
Sorry to have my back to you, sir.
That's
I'm just
all right.
explaining to my colleague what's happened and
Yeah.
where we're at with this.
Yeah. So, talk to another officer. Let's have a look. And the actual car leaving. Yeah, no, that's fine. Thank you, God. That was just a colleague saying that. So, got them in school, and he's tried to take those before. So, yeah.
He has paid for those.
He has paid for those before, yeah. So, did you say somebody's the store manager?
Yeah.
I mean, like my colleague said, the fact that if they're leaving tender, there's not really much we can do. I've personally never seen them before. That would be down to the garage, to be honest, because like say, she has got the means to pay. If he didn't have any means to pay, it would be a different story. But because he has got money to be able to pay, so it's down to you guys whether you accept it or not. Yeah, that sort of thing. We'll change it up with you. I mean, that looks like a lot of money sat there, but they're
Quite heavy.
coins.
Those 25 pence coins are actually worth more than 25
It's
pence
just what I was about to say.
because they're 25% nickel and 75% copper. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. But to be honest, I don't know. Oh, okay. Right, okay. Yeah. We'll make more of that next time. Some places have got signs on they saying no, like, but I don't know exactly. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Let me get this. Hello.
Hiya.
All right. Did my colleague get your name?
Yeah, you got my first name.
Do you mind if I take your first name? Is that okay?
What's your name and number then?
My name 2928 is PC Lee.
PC Lee. Nice to
Okay.
meet you, yeah.
Bear with me 2 seconds. So what was your name?
Well, I'm not prepared to divulge it in front of people that aren't police.
Okay. Well, I can ask that gentleman to step away if that's all right.
Yeah.
You're all right to step away quickly. Is that okay? Thank you.
Right. So what? Under what act are you asking for more details?
It's because we've been called today.
Yeah.
Okay. Anytime we get called to an incident,
Yeah.
we like to get your name.
Yeah. What section of which act are you requiring my name?
I'm not saying it's under any act. You don't have to give your name to
No, I
me
won't
today
do. I won't
because
do.
you haven't committed an offence.
No.
But it's just for our records.
Yeah.
So would you be prepared to give me your name?
No.
No? Okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to make a note of your car registration.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, is that all right?
Yep.
So all we're doing at the minute, obviously there's been a bit of confusion over the coins.
Yep.
Turns out that, as you said, they are legal tender. So
Yep.
so it's now down to the petrol station whether they accept them. If they don't, it's a civil matter. There's nothing the police can do. Okay.
No.
All right. I'll just get your number plate. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Hiya.
So, your vehicle
Yep.
has come back to either a Brett Chamberlain
You shouldn't
or
be saying this in front of the people.
They can't hear me.
Yeah, they can.
Do you want me to ask them to
Yes.
move away? Sorry. You guys are right to
Sorry, you shouldn't divulge my personal details that you've got for Police National Computer.
I wasn't divulging them to them.
Well, you were. You were speaking loud enough voice that they would have heard.
Well, they're not.
Right,
living
okay,
out.
go on then.
So, a Brett Chamberlain.
Right.
What was your name?
Which section, which act you requiring me to give my name?
Road Traffic Act. You're
Right.
driving a motor vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I require you to give me your details. If you don't, it is an arrestable offence.
Right, but am I on the highway?
Pardon?
Am I on the
You've
highway?
been driving this vehicle.
Yeah, but am I on the
You've
highway
been driving
now?
this vehicle.
But am I on the highway now?
Can you just give me your details, please, and then we can get this sorted?
Am I on the highway?
Because so what
Yeah,
they're
but I'm
going
asking
to
a
do?
question. Am I on the highway?
You're not on a highway right now, but you
No.
have been on a highway.
Yeah, so you could have requested my details when I was on the highway, but now I'm not on the highway. You can't, can you?
I can.
You could
because
wait until I leave, and then you could pull
under
me
the
over.
Road Traffic Act,
Yeah,
I can request your details.
yeah, only on the highway, but
Can
not.
you just give me your details, please?
Well, look. This is all about rights, okay? Now
Yeah,
I've got a
absolutely.
right not to give you my details unless I have committed an offence. Right, the Road Traffic Act is referring to vehicles on the highway, not on private property. So if you're saying that I have to give you my details under the Road Traffic Act and I'm not on a highway, then you're infringing on my rights, aren't you?
So what they're saying.
Why don't you ask me another way, kind of thing?
What they are saying,
Yep.
okay, is that they are not going to accept your money.
Yep.
So what they are asking you to do is to either pay another way. Have you got another means of payment today?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Would you want to just
No.
pay with that just to make it easier?
No.
Because they are not going to accept your money today, and they are wanting to make a civil claim.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you got anything to say to that?
Well, obviously, civil claims are sorted out in the court, aren't they?
Yeah, it is
right.
in the
And whose jurisdiction is the court?
It's
It's
civil.
the Queen's, isn't it?
It's civil. That's
It's-
nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm just informing you of what they've
Yeah.
said. Okay.
Oh, you asked me a question. What have I got to say? The courts are the Queen's courts. You know, the courts. I don't believe the court's going to rule against Her Majesty's proclamation that those coins are for payment throughout the United Kingdom. So
Again, that's not something that police are involved in. So
No.
that would be that. Again, it's a civil matter.
So go on then. Do you think I should provide my details on private forecourt
Yes, I believe you should.
because of the Road Traffic Act?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Why is that then?
Are you going to provide me
No,
your
I'm
details?
just asking you these questions. I may well provide my details, but you have to articulate the law as to why.
Under the Road Traffic Act.
Yeah.
Okay. You have used a highway to get here today, have you not?
That's not the point, though, is it?
You have used a highway to get here today. Under
Yeah,
the
I
Road
have.
Traffic Act.
Yeah.
Okay. I can ask you to give your details.
So, in other words, you could knock on my front door. My car's on my drive. And you could say, under the Road Traffic Act, I
I'm
want
not
your
saying
details,
that, but
and you
wouldn't
must
be
have been on the
you wouldn't be
highway in your
You
car.
wouldn't be in your vehicle, would
Doesn't
you?
make sense.
You wouldn't be sat in your vehicle.
Doesn't matter though, does it? Go on. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bit of a break, right? So I reckon if I was parked in the car park, yeah, then I wouldn't have to provide my details. But because there's a way in and a way out, that means in law, in case law, it's an extension of the highway.
Okay.
And on that basis, I'll provide my details.
Would you like to give me your date of birth?
I can give you my driving licence because you. First of all, which section, which act?
Would you like to give me your driving license?
No, which section, which
Under
act?
the Road Traffic Act.
Yeah, what
I'm
section?
asking you for your driving license.
Yeah, which section, which
Can you
act?
just give me your driving license?
You don't know it, do you?
There you go, 163.
That requires me to stop. If a police officer asks me to stop, but which?
And to give your details.
No, that's another act. Go on. Which sections? Do
I'd have to check, sir.
you want me to tell you? 164.
164.
That's it. Very good.
There we go.
Right, so under 164, the Road Traffic Act, you
So
would
can
like
you
to have a
give
look at
me
my
your
driving
details,
licence.
please?
No, I'm not going to give it to you because my. It's not going to work. That's not my money. It's their money. It's their money. Yeah, I can't. I can hear you.
Put the window down.
I can hear you.
I can't hear you still.
Yeah, you can.
I can't hear you.
I'm not that
I've
silly.
got a radio in my ear. I can't
Well,
hear you.
take it out.
I can't take it out. I've got to keep a radio in. I can't take a
Right.
radio out.
Can you hear that?
I can hear you now.
All right. What seems to be the problem?
They're trying to give you your money back.
It's not my money. It's their money.
They're
It's
not
my
accepting your
payment.
money. Pardon?
It's my payment.
They're not accepting it as payment. Are you accepting them giving your money back?
No.
Okay, well they're not accepting your payment then. So
Okay. Yeah.
you're still going to be but if that's go past, you're still going to be charged for the payment.
Yep.
At a later date. Okay, they've got your car registration.
Yep.
They're going to forward it on to that. They can get your details from your car registration.
Yep.
They're going to forward that onto their head office, and
Yep.
you will be chased for payment later on. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, whatever. Yeah. I don't.
Are you going to accept your money back?
It's not my money. It's their money. It's also the Queen's money, actually.
Are you going to accept the Queen's money back?
No.
What do you want them to do with it then?
Put it in the till and accept payment.
Well, that's not going to be accepted as payment, so I think you may as well just take it back.
Yeah.
Because what's that?
I'm not taking it back.
£200? More than that?
240.
Pardon?
£248.83.
Yeah, I think you may as well take that back.
No, I
you're
don't
gonna be
think
out
so.
of pocket otherwise.
I'm not going to be out of pocket.
Pardon?
I won't be out of pocket. I've paid for my fuel with cash, with legal tender. That's the. What do you think the legal bit means in legal tender?
All I'm doing is
Yeah.
advising you. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I say, this is a civil matter.
Yeah.
I can just give you advice to take the money back.
Right.
If you don't want to, fair enough. But just to let you know, they're going to raise it with their head office.
Yeah.
And their head office will be in touch. Okay.
Yeah. Okay then.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Have you got any further questions or not?
No.
They would like your details. Are
Yep.
you willing to give them your details?
No, they're private.
Pardon?
They're private.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. They've got my registration number, haven't they?
They've got your
Yeah.
registration, but it's just whether you wanted to comply with them and give them your details. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
let them know that you're not giving them your details.
Yeah.
And what would you like them to do with the money?
Well, it's up to them to do what they want with it. Obviously, it's payment, so
Well, they're not accepting it as payment. Okay.
yeah. But obviously, they may well get legal advice, and the legal advice might tell them that that they need to accept it, and therefore, if they've given me the money back, then they've got no way to recover the money, then have they? Because
They may
they've.
well do. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that if they did give it back, there would be no recourse in law to recover the funds later on. So I'm doing them a favour by saying, look, you hang on to it, it's payment for my fuel. I'm not a fuel thief. I want to pay for my fuel, and that's my payment.
Well, if they then pursue a civil matter and it comes back that it doesn't go in your favour,
Yeah.
then you're going to be out of pocket. That's all I'm thinking. If you still have to pay for the fuel again,
Now, how am I going to be out of pocket? Because what would have happened to the money that I've given them?
pardon?
I've given them the money, haven't I? So how can I be out of pocket?
Okay, so you're not accepting the money, no?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Well, thanks very much.
worries.
PC Lee, wasn't it?
Pardon?
PC Lee. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Have you got your body worn camera on?
Yeah, there.
Oh, so you didn't tell me about that either, did you?
Is there?
Yeah,
See
but
it?
no. In the policy, it says that you need to advise somebody. In fact, everything that's happened up until this point
You
is
haven't-
not admissible in court because you didn't.
Pardon? I can't hear you.
I said
can't hear you.
everything that's happened on that camera is not admissible in court because you failed to advise me that you were recording. In the policy, your policy.
What section is that? What policy is that?
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay,
I'll
that's
tell you
it,
what,
that's
loads of
fine.
people on YouTube will get back to you on that. So if you just look up this video,
That's fine.
they'll explain the police's own.
That's perfect. I don't tend to watch police videos on YouTube. to be
No,
honest with
you
I've
obviously
got
didn't
that.
listen either when you were being instructed that you need to advise members of the public at the earliest opportunity that you're video recording them for evidence.
Like I say, what part of policy is that?
Have you got any evidence bags in their car just for the money when you take it
have.
CPR?
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
have it in the room?
Yeah.
All right, I'm off then.
No worries. See you later.
Is Mark satisfied? Mark, are you satisfied about the diesel thing?
Apologies, sir, I couldn't hear you back then.
Are you satisfied about the diesel thing?
I am, sir, thank you.
Yeah, there's no limitation on the carriage of, as long as it's in appropriate containers.
Absolutely. You'll have to understand, sir, that being a police officer, we've got to know quite a lot about a lot of things, and I don't profess to be an expert on every matter immediately, but I'm obviously happy to endeavour to find out the answers where I have a lack of my knowledge, which I've done, so okay.
Yeah, obviously I've researched this subject quite thoroughly. I don't have to worry about all the other things, but I do just worry about this thing.
Absolutely.
All right, Mark, thanks very much for being professional.
Thank you, sir.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you. Well, there you go, guys. 250 quid worth of fuel and a YouTube video. So, it's all right, isn't it? I think the police actually, Mark, he was very professional, wasn't he? He didn't give me any kind of BS and infringe upon my rights in any way whatsoever. But the other one, the woman, she kind of blagged her away a bit, didn't she? Making stuff up. Anyway, unless they pull me over on the way out, right, I'll see you on the next one.